Welcome to Cooperville.
Here we come to save the day. Mighty Mouse is on the way. Wait, what? Mighty Mouse? What the hell kind of reference is Mighty Mouse? I don't know. Things just pop into my skull, and I'm like, yeah, say that. That sounds like a good idea. Possibly why we're no longer on the radio dial. Who knows? Conspiracy Cam, right out the gate, jumping in on it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cooperville Live. Glad to have you here. Don't touch the table. It makes the camera shake. Learning new stuff every single day. We are. Wherever you're watching from, thank you for watching. Facebook Live, YouTube.com/Cooperville Live, as well as Twitch. The Cooperville Live Twitch channel is live and active and interactive. You in the comments. Say what you will. More alien talk today. We come in peace. We come in peace. So feel free. We may just stay on conspiracy theory, Cam, though you know I'm a believer. Bought in. 1,000% in on the aliens. Show's brought to you by Captain Coop's Beard Company. Go get yourself some beard goodness at CaptainCoops.com. That is at Captain Quarters Goodness. Beard oils, beard balms, beard butters for your bearded friends. Father's Day is coming up in a couple of weeks. So perhaps you know somebody who has a beard or is trying to grow a beard. We can help with all that. CaptainCoops.com. You should go. Captain's Quarters, by the way, is by far our best selling scent. Note that. But Caribbean Cargo's good. The Beard Booty, the original, that's good too. Make sure you check it out. CaptainCoops.com. We also did a thing today. Did another thing today. We added in some more swag at CoopervilleClothing.com. Well, bam! The Don't Tread tee. Oh, look, it's so pretty. Even got a little flag on the side there. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, so good. So good. We also went, wherever our new American Paint flag tees. Look at that. Get up on that. We also have it in a multitude of colors. If that's your jam, we got the red, the white, and the blue, and kind of a gray, depending on what you're into. Check them out, CoopervilleClothing.com. American print, American paint tanks available just in time for your, well, Memorial Day is obviously coming up this weekend. And then you have the 4th of July holiday, and anytime you just want to scream summer and America. I like the red. I really do. Like, I wasn't sure about going with different colors in this. We were just going to kind of stick with the black and white. But, man, even the blue, like, I like that. Got them stars popping. Stars popping. CoopervilleClothing.com. That is that's the site. It is for you to enjoy. Go and check it out. New gear added all the time. Continually growing the brand. Like that Don't Tread shirt, too. Like, that may be the next thing I need to get for myself, which is cool. Which is cool. How are y'all doing today? Very rainy, craptastic day here in this area. Hopefully better elsewhere. My buddy Tommy Shaw is down in Florida right now. Pensacola, I think, is where they go. I think it's Pensacola. So north of where we just were, and he's sending beach pics, and I'm like, came back up, and there's snow up north. I know. My buddy Joe would say it's still spring. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Not a fan of snow. But, the rain, we always can use the rain. Greens things up. Got the vegetables growing in the garden. You got the flowers out. But you do have to remember to cover that shit up tonight because it's going to be cold. 31, I believe I saw. 31 degrees, low temperature. I'm just saying. You wake up in Florida and it's 70. And you're like, oh. Cup of coffee. Cup of coffee. Just beautiful. Highly recommended. I'm not even getting paid by the Southwest Florida Department of Tourism, though if they'd like to, Cooper at welcometocooperville.com. But I'm telling you. And DeSantis doing things, man. Cracking down on big tech. Did you read about this? Governor Ron DeSantis, Florida, signs a bill cracking down on big tech. He signed legislation, this comes from Daily Wire, signed legislation Monday reining in big tech companies, empowering users who believe they have been discriminated against unfairly. DeSantis signed the bill, which he touted as the first of its kind in the United States, at a ceremony in Miami. His office sent a release explaining the bill, saying all Floridians treated unfairly by big tech platforms will have the right to sue companies that violate this law and win monetary damages. The reform safeguards the rights of every Floridian by requiring social media companies to be transparent about their content moderation practices and give users proper notice of changes to those policies, which prevents big tech bureaucrats from, quote, moving the goalposts to silence viewpoints they don't like. As if we didn't need another reason to love Florida. There's another one. There's another one. Another reason to put a big old T-Swift heart. That doesn't look right. Yeah. Oh, a heart for Florida. Good on DeSantis, man. It wouldn't shock me if dude's running in 2024 for president. We heard this great story. We went on a boat tour from some really cool islands and beaches and stuff and dolphins. We didn't see any dolphins, but the Captain Nemo was his name because he had one foot that was smaller than the other, like a little club foot. He said, I'm Captain Nemo. I said, all right. Because, Nemo's got one fin smaller than the other. And anyway, he was like, if you come down I-75 into Florida, there's a big billboard with a picture of Governor Cuomo from New York, recognizing him as the number one real estate mogul in Florida because he keeps on sending people out of New York to go down to Florida. 1,000 people a day are moving into Florida. 1,000 people a day. That's their average. I get it. We talked to some ladies. I mentioned this on the show on Tuesday. We talked to some ladies that were boarding the plane with us to come back to Minneapolis, and they were like, "Yeah, we're ready to move down here." Yeah. Consideration indeed. I loved it. Speaking of big tech, did you hear about this story? This comes from Project Veritas. The Facebook data technician Morgan Kamen goes on record following suspension as a result of secret internal vaccine hesitancy documents leak. One of the two Facebook insiders featured in Project Veritas' recent #Expose Facebook series revealed that the company's censorship of vaccine concerns on a global scale has officially come out of the shadows. Data center technician Morgan Kamen felt compelled to speak out publicly and shine a light on Facebook's decision to hide their censorship from plans from users. Kamen informed Project Veritas of a Facebook decision to suspend and remove him from the office pending investigatory meetings with human resources. The meeting was called off at the last minute. Kama was able to secure additional internal Facebook documents before his suspension that confirms that vaccine hesitancy algorithm is live and being implemented globally across Facebook and Instagram platforms. Common hopes more are inspired to be brave and do something about the wrongdoing they witness inside big tech, media, and government. Interesting, isn't it? All of a sudden, our Facebook feed starts to glitch. Wouldn't that be interesting as well? Yeah, suppression of information is not something you should be hoping for. People vie about fake news and things of that nature, but you do want all of the information. Therefore, you as a responsible human being can make the decision for yourself on how you feel, your opinion, the decisions you make with your life, with your body, with your decisions. Like, everybody's entitled to do that. That's the great thing about America, is you are able to do what you want to do. Just let other people do the same thing. It's a fairly simple concept. It's not difficult. This isn't rocket science. You want rocket science, you go to Elon. You want the truth? Pretty simple. Pretty simple stuff. But it's interesting, big tech, media, and government all working together for the common goal. And that common goal probably isn't you. It's probably not you. It's likely not you. Opposite end, DeSantis saying, hey, if big tech is going to shut people down for their opinions and their viewpoints and whatever, you now have a legal foot to stand on to sue them for monetary compensation and damages. How does it not make sense? It's just so simple. And maybe that's the problem. When things are simple, people are like, I don't know. That's a little too easy to comprehend. Yeah. That's why they throw all sorts of complexities out there, and you're like, I don't know what to believe. And they just hit you with a punchline at the end, like, here's the facts. You're like, okay. Clear cut and decisive. That's what we like. Keep it simple, stupid. It's the old KISS philosophy. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. I don't know. But I digress. There was the debate, and we talked a lot about aliens yesterday because aliens are my jam. I like them. If they're coming, we're good. Believed you the whole time. Believed you since E.T. dropped. Spielberg knew. Star Wars knew. Lucas knew. They all knew. This comes from thehill.com. The truth is out there. That was a tagline for the popular science fiction TV series The X-Files, where the central plot device was the United States government keeping the secret existence of aliens. Next month, some of the truth will be revealed as Congress receives unclassified reports from the Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon Task Force. The task force was set up by the Department of Defense in August of 2020 to detect, analyze, and catalog UAPs that could potentially pose a threat to the U.S. national security. Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon, or UAPs, is an acronym coined to avoid the public media ridicule often attached to the term UFO. Joe's in the house. What's up, brother? Go see, man. UFOs have a long history. The foundational event in the United States was the crash of a military high-altitude balloon in July of 1947 in Roswell, New Mexico. See, even the Hill twisted that. That was the cover-up story from Roswell. It's a military weather balloon. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Since then, tens of thousands of sightings have been reported, along with hundreds of claims of alien abduction. The U.S. military has been looking into UFOs since the Roswell incident, which is weird. If they claimed it was one of their own balloons, why would they say, "What's up, Joe? Weekend starts now, buddy. saw aliens and shit, and I'm in. I figure clever taglines, like give people like, oh, aliens and shit, I'm there. And it's your weekend, so happy weekend. Nearly half, 50%, almost 50% of Americans think that UFOs represent aliens visiting the Earth. It's not reassuring for that to be less than the number that believe in ghosts. I'll believe in both. Ghosts, aliens, all the shit. Like, I'm in. Dialed in. Scientists are in an awkward position regarding UFOs. On the one hand, they're fairly confident that there is life beyond Earth. Dramatic progress in the search for exoplanets means there are about 300 million planets that could host life in our galaxy, the nearest of which is less than 20 light years away. Intelligent aliens probably do not exist. It's unlikely we are the most advanced aliens probably do exist. Let me rephrase, probably do exist. And it's unlikely that we are the most advanced civilization. That's our problem, is that we think that we're king ding-a-ling of the galaxy. And we're not. And we're not. And people still think that we are. We're like, there's 300 million planets that have all the elements, all the ingredients to support life elsewhere. But we're on the top. We're on the top of the hill. We're so arrogant. Oy, 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 oy. Evidence that UFOs represent alien visitations is very weak. Most sightings can be attributed to weather balloons and astronomical phenomena such as meteors, fireballs, and the planet Venus. After years of denial and concealment, UFOs hit the public eye with the official release of U.S. Navy videos in 2017. That's the Commander Fravor video I talked about yesterday. The Navy officially released them in 2020. Government officials attested that the objects in the videos do not represent a known capability of U.S. or its rivals and adversaries. A few jumped to the conclusions they were extraterrestrial in nature. Even President Obama weighed in, saying, "We don't know exactly what they are. We can't explain how they moved, their trajectory. They do not have an explainable pattern." Like many people, he wants to get to the bottom of the mystery. What are the possibilities? If trained experts like Navy pilots have been misled or have been misread what they saw, then it's the training that needs to be improved. If the UAP behavior is the work of U.S. military, then they have not been entirely forthcoming. If they are the work of foreign adversaries, it is an urgent national security issue. And if aliens have been visiting Earth, it would be one of the most profound events in human history. It's interesting how it's written. If it's us, then we're not communicating with each other. If it's, like we have this super duper 100 to 1,000 year advanced of where we are currently technology, we're just like not telling each other in military circles about it. Like, oh yeah, sorry about that. That's ours. And if it's our adversaries, if it's China or Russia or somebody else that has this unfathomable technology. And last but certainly not least, if these are aliens from another planet, it's the most spectacular event in the history of humankind. Another possibility I would throw in there is, what if it's a combination of both? What if we have received alien technology and we are utilizing it, therefore proving the existence of both the first and the latter? Aliens are real. We have the technology. I guess it would prove all three. We have it, somebody else has it, and aliens are real. And we've communicated with them. I don't understand skepticism of extraterrestrial life. It seems like perhaps it lies on a biblical thing. You know what I mean? Like, no, like we're it. Because if we're not it, there's a lot of things that people have believed for a very long period of time that are about to be crushed. Like, oh, shit. In his likeness, indeed. But maybe they're all have one creator. We were just somewhere down the line. We weren't at the top. We were somewhere down the line, and people are going to have a problem with that. No, we're the most important. Interesting. I think we talked about this guy yesterday. A former U.S. official who went public with the UFO reports claims government is trying to discredit him. But I think what happened, and because it's not necessarily the reports that are supposed to come out in front of Congress or the stuff that's already been coming out. This is like he was like, oh, there's more to it. They're going to tell us a bunch of stuff, but it's not going to be all the things. Come on, pop up. I don't need a pop up right now. A former Pentagon official who publicly revealed reports about UFOs has filed a complaint with the agency's inspector general, alleging that a coordinated campaign was established to discredit him for speaking out. Politico reported on Thursday that Lou Elizondo, a career counterintelligence specialist who was assigned to work for the Pentagon on a program that looked into reports of unmanned aerial phenomenon in 2008, filed a complaint on May 3rd, has been met with investigators several times, including according to his legal team. So they're already trying to throw discred on this guy because he released more than they are going to release. In a statement to The Hill, Elizondo said, good people at the Pentagon are seeing institutions sullied by a small group of individuals who continue to cover up the facts about UAPs. He said these few individuals are not representative of the Pentagon he knows or the American spirit we have fought and bled to uphold. They continue to use coordinated disinformation campaigns designed to squash the subject and discredit my colleagues and myself. I believe in our democracy, our people, and our Constitution. The use of disinformation against America and her citizens by public affairs officers is a declaration, dereliction of duty and grossly un-American. So they're just telling people he's crazy. It's always the crazy ones. But he's not. He's simply revealing more than they want you to know. And it's also weird. It's a weird mental mindfuck, kind of. Because they've released stuff. If you don't follow Jeremy Corbell on Instagram, go follow him. And I believe, I think I had his website up here. I had it up. extraordinarybeliefs.com. He's been putting a bunch of stuff up lately. Like his most recent post is a U.S. Navy warship swarmed by UFOs, and there's radar footage from that series, which happened on July 15th of 2019 in a warning area off of San Diego. So he's releasing stuff. More stuff. There's just so much stuff that's out right now. Jeremy Corbell on the Insta. I believe he's on the book, too, on the Facebook. Maybe they're blocking him too. But anyway. So they put out information. Information gets out. It's officially released by the Navy or the Air Force or whoever, the Pentagon. And then you have a counteractive from within the confines of the Pentagon that is saying, no, it's crazy. But you see what that does, right? That gives fuel to the skeptic and gives fuel to the believer. Causes confusion. Therefore, nobody really knows. Feels like these tactics have been done before. You should do this. You shouldn't do that. What should I do? I can't make my own decision. I can't make my own opinion. I don't know what to say, don't know what to do. It's just wild. But the footage, if you go to that extraordinarybeliefs.com and watch the footage. Actually, let me see if we can let me pull it up here. beliefs. It's also a TV show, apparently. How about that? See if we can put up. See if they'll pull us down for it. All right, we're gonna go and we are going to add it in here if we can. If we can. Yeah, see if we can play this. I think we can. I think we can do this. I think we can. Maybe we can't. Maybe they're blocking us from doing it. I don't know. We'll try to do this a different way. You can see what I'm doing. There we go. There it is. So here's the Extraordinary Beliefs website. Jeremy Corbell. Bob Lazar film. If you haven't seen that, definitely go and check it out. See where they put that. If they have the video. Let's see. Doesn't appear that there's audio, but here's some of the imagery that they showed. Interesting, right? Oh, now we have audio. Well, isn't that a daisy? And it just changed direction. Crazy, right? Like all this shit's out here. All of it. Who knew? But that's the kind of stuff that's out there, though. You know what I mean? Here's the Extraordinary Beliefs. This is actually the intro for the Bob Lazar one. Anyway, so footage everywhere. There's shit everywhere. You just got to find it. Jeremy Corbell is a great source. Bob Lazar doesn't do much stuff. He was a guy that at one point they say worked at S4, which was associated with Area 51, and he worked on alien spacecraft. And he was trying to, reverse engineer their technology and all this stuff. And dude's like 30 years ago, and he hasn't changed his story since. Great documentary on him, Bob Lazar. You can find it. I believe it's still on Netflix, I think. But definitely a great doc if you're into the whole really behind-the-scenes alien stuff and stories. There's also an interesting report out about how Marilyn Monroe's death may be linked to UFOs, which I think is another video, but I don't have the direct link to it. But so you got all this stuff out there, all these things, and we're still pitter-patting around with COVID and masks and vaccines and shit. Like aliens, man. Why are we not more focused? It's not a bad idea to keep your eyes peeled, do your own research. It's a lot of stuff that you're not going to see if you, and hopefully none of you watch like the mainstream news and stuff like that for a multitude of reasons, but not stories you're going to see like that. And even if you do, it's going to be very tilted like the way that Hill article was tilted. Could it be they're just lying to us and we have the technology? Where do we get it from? There's a question. Because then it would prove. Now, I digress. I digress. We'll wrap up the show for a Thursday. We're back tomorrow on a Friday, kick off into the weekend. Well, Joe, it's already a weekend, so kick it off. Do the things, man. And then next week, there's no show on Monday, but we're now that we're back from vacation, kind of back in the swing of things, we got guests lined up every day next week. Some we have 2-a-days. Very excited. I do know we just got confirmation today that Nathan Hunt of Shaman's Harvest is going to join us. I've been a huge Shaman's Harvest fan for many years since their first single, Dangerous, dropped. Actually, there was a song before that, Dragonfly. Love those guys. When I first met them, not met them because I met them at Rockfest, but I met them at a smaller show and had a chance to sit down and chat with them, just shoot the shit, not interview, just shoot the shit with them. They got great stories about wrestling alligators that we're going to have to bring up. And they have new music out, too. That's coming up next week. I know Austin Bishop's coming back on. Ryan J. is going to come back on the show as well. Bunch of great stuff coming up next week. So we're just kind of kicking the ball down the road until we get to through the holiday weekend. Everybody's got big plans, obviously, hopefully, to get out and enjoy. And, of course, remember why we have a 3-day weekend. Memorial Day for those who served and gave it all. So don't forget that. But we're back tomorrow on the show. Throw the links up. Out of here.